Hi, this is me again in another situation. And if you had to move out of your apartment for an inconvenience of how they built the building and you inconvenience and they had to dig into your floor, you have to move units, and then they're like, you have to reapply like you weren't already in the building. I don't think they should have to do that after all this. This house right now, the water is starting to come up now. And I don't want to leave this like this. And somebody's going to have to do something, suck this water out or something. It's good I don't buy regular furniture. And now it's flooding. Now it's about to come on the water floor. This is how it looks now. And this is how it looks now. Thing I don't buy regular furniture. And this is how it's doing now. Yeah. But after this, I will see what happens. But I really like to move somewhere that doesn't have a fire or a flood. And where my vehicle doesn't get stolen or broken into. But that's another story in itself. In less than a year, within a year, a lot of things happened. Last year, latter part of June, there was the fire. Then I moved here, and then it was a flooding. And then they had to dig into the floor. I'll keep folk posted what happens. But I just be in another part of the building. I'm not getting evicted or anything like that, but it's just that I need some accommodations. And people shouldn't have to force you to reapply to transfer to a new unit or a smaller unit if they have to dig into your floor and you can't be there and it's flooded. But that's another story in itself. But who's counting? But I'm not going to reveal the apartment complex that I'm dealing with this at. I'm not going to put them out there like that because they have nice apartments and I don't want to get doxxed. And I'm in the process of clearing out this floor. You see this floor right here? Right here. See, right here? They're going to have to take out these cabinets and they're going to have to dig into this floor. And I can't be here for at least 2 days because because of the flooding and the rocks underneath. And this floor has to be dug up. And then they told me that they had to clear out this wall up from here. I can move those storage containers anyway. A lot of my stuff is in storage containers because I can't really decide to move somewhere permanently because it either had a fire or it had a flood. And this place, they gotta dig into my floor right here. This floor. They had to dig a hole in the floor. And that was it. And I'm gonna see if I can link in the description from where I moved from. And I did a video on that. From where I moved from the fire. And then I came from the flood. Remind you that this got flooded in March, and they had to sink my drain, like the clip that I blurred out when they were trying to snake my drain. And they got a piece fell down the pipe. I'm not going to show you the little videos that I got videos from me recording from when they put a camera, the different set of plumbers on Friday put a camera down to show, the documentation on what was underneath and everything like that. But I will leave that there, and then I do have a way now if you want to donate or whatever, but I'm just, right now, I'll just put my P.O Box or whatever, but right now, it's just that this is the clip from this in the morning right before they're supposed to dig into my ground. Not my ground, but anyway, into the unit that I'm in. Now, I had people suggest, oh yeah, and like I was interested in moving to another unit. But I gotta apply. I heard I had to apply. And I had to show pay stubs and all of that information. I shouldn't have to show pay stubs and stuff like that if I already in the unit and I'm coming to renew my lease. And I was told I need to reach out to my renter's insurance. It's not my renter's insurance job. It's their job to make sure I have accommodations for when they dig in my floor the floor in the unit that I'm in for 2 days. But I'll keep folk posted. But this video is different from what I'm usually do videos on, but because I'm grieved in a way, and I'm not going to be angry black woman or whatever that case may be, because I'm not that way. But what I do is I'll just put it out there that if you're in a unit, your unit gets destroyed, and other people, this wasn't like last year where everybody had to vacate. The lady next door to me, she transferred to another unit. She had to show stuff, pay stubs or whatever the case may be. I'm like, well, what if my income changed a little bit? Well, at least put me in a unit even if you have to put me in a unit smaller, don't make me have to apply again. Put me in a unit smaller, which the rent is lower. If you feel that I can't afford to pay rent, but don't say I gotta, because I already had to deal with last year 2025 being had to vacate because of a fire. And then here, they're going to tell me, don't be like, am I going to be evicted if I don't meet the, but there are units in this building, which is, the rent is lower and whatever the case may be. Do that. Don't make me go through partial the process and showing pay stubs and stuff. I did suggest about getting a 2-bedroom. Yeah, maybe that. But I should be accommodated. I shouldn't have to have a storage unit. I've been having a storage unit and an apartment. So it would be nice to have a 2-bedroom where I could take my stuff out of storage and I won't have to pay rent in an apartment and rent in storage. One more thing. That being said, and I have a different background because I'm doing this in another location, it cut off on me. But I'll take a smaller unit. But the truth be told, I could stay and not transfer units, but I think about it. But I just need folks to, that's something that folk can pray into, and I might leave. Do I want to leave the Cash App? Because I have Cash App now. But they don't have my face on the picture in my profile for the Cash App. But regardless, you can check in the description. It's just that it's a whole lot going with this. Because trying to deal with things, all kinds of things that I done dealt with within the last year or so, between leaving out from somewhere that had the fire, then moving to another place that had some flooding where they had to now dig into the floor. But you saw I pointed it where, but they told, I heard, it's not, the spot is not good. I'm going to check. I'm a peep. They say I'm not supposed to peep. But I really, really, really would like, they should have, if you have a situation where your apartment is bad and a situation like that, they should automatically transfer you to another unit if you want to transfer, instead of having to go all through with showing pay stubs and all that type of stuff. That's what this is about. And then I just, in PG County, not just because I'm in PG County, Maryland, different states need to have something set up if something happens, a disaster or whatever. What happened to me last June when they had the fire and everybody had to vacate. There should be property set up, and the people wanted to. It cut off on me again, but I'm going to leave that there, and I'm not going to make this video too much longer. check in the description for more information. And I might link the video that it's about an hour, close to an hour or whatever, from the other place that I used to live before I moved here.